Hello friends, and welcome to a TEE T-Log. And I am here today back in Preston. Now, not counting the Calendar Day message I posted on the 1st of July, this is my first T-Log of the month. I'm here because I am going to tell you about an idea that I had since September 2013. Presty the Lamb. I have many characters, but not many, but a few, like his mum. And his dad. Typical northerner, wasn't he? Now this building here was going to be Presty's house. Now this area over here was either going to be a place called Dogville, or it was going to be a prison because of these green fences. Yep, I had a few ideas about Presty. Now this building is where I pitched my Presty the Lamb idea to. A paper called the Lancashire Evening Post, which has currently sort of had a name change, but they removed the name Evening, so they called themselves Lancashire Post. But this was the building where I pitched my idea for Presty the Lamb. Now, it was a sort of should I or shouldn't I situation. It all happened in October, and I was just, thinking, what if the idea worked to make a comic strip of Presty the Lamb? I was standing in the gates behind me, with the should I. And eventually I did. I just went in the gate, through the gates behind me, went to the main reception. I then asked the receptionist to see the person in charge of Lancashire Evening Post, and oddly enough, the man in charge was by the reception at the time, and he said, "Why don't you see me now? See me now?" And I thought, "Wow, okay." So I pitched my idea to the person in charge of the paper. What he said was, because I'm not really the best drawer in the world. I mean, I have my good days and I have my bad days of drawing, but drawing isn't the best thing I can do. The best thing I can do is write. and he said I could get the illustrator for Viz magazine, which he happened to be friends with. So he said that he would contact the illustrator for Viz magazine and he would email me back when the idea would, if he would accept the idea, you know. He would let me know if Presty would become a success. But unfortunately, about 2 or 3 weeks later, I got the email, but as you know, it was a fail. So that was the end of the comic strip idea for Presty. Join me later and I'll tell you about another idea I had for Presty to try and revive him. See you in a minute. Hello, I'm back from Preston, which to be honest I am relieved about, because I just had a scary moment. Everything was running smoothly when I was filming this video. I was filming where, you know, the locations I based my ideas on: Presty the Lamb, and filming some scenes that I could use for an intro video when I do videos when I'm in Preston, just like I did with Manchester, which I think that you all like, don't you? Rarity welcoming you to Manchester. But here's the story. Now, another idea I had to revive Presty, since the comic strip didn't work out, I decided to send an email to Aardman Studios in Bristol, who are the makers of Wallace and Gromit and Morph and Chicken Run and others, because I decided to sell Presty to them. I sent them an email offering to sell my character to them, and they could do what they wished as long as I'm credited that I was the one that brought Presty to the world. And hopefully I would work with them to do the stories. But then I had an email from Aardman saying that they weren't interested, and that was when Presty, as of now, is discontinued. I have no idea how to bring Presty into the world, so I just decided to discontinue him. He is no more. He's just an idea I had that failed. Now, on a separate note, the voice acting progress. Now this is my backup plan. because my ambitions are to be a writer and a VA. Now the VA happens at the moment to be winning the writing, because it seems like I'm losing my imagination. Because I had my writing ambition in 2006, so I had my writing ambition for over 10 years. But it just seems like the sparks are not coming. I'm just lots of writer's block. I have a lot of ideas that I can't piece together to make sense of the story, because I have news about Speckla. It was suggested by my stepmom that I should email Sony instead of sending them a formal letter to them. I tried that, but it didn't work, because the emailing was to inquire stuff, and it was like 300 character maximum. So that emailing thing was scrapped basically. Now I don't know what to do to have a little help with Speckla. I have certain ideas for her, but I just need help to piece the story together. And I just had one idea that my stepmom knows, but I can't tell any of you watching now because I don't want to spoil it, really. But back to the VA progress. Again, it's 50-50, because firstly, I have auditioned for 4 projects now, I think. four or 3 projects. I auditioned for Magpie Pony, for Rapunzel.
Please excuse our interruption. I'm Jet Set, and this is my wife, Upper Crust. We saw you from across the cafe and just had to find out. Important ponies? These ruffians? You think I wouldn't know that? I wouldn't dare wear anything that was out of style.
Didn't get the part. I auditioned for the Lost Narrator for her Halloween special, which I auditioned for Flam. So far, I didn't hear anything from her, but I'll check again on the 6th of July, which I think the odds to me are I'm not going to get the part. I have auditioned for Orab Scribbler for a big Macintosh role, which unfortunately I didn't get. And I have currently auditioned for an online game called MLP Investigations as Uncle Orange, which again I'm thinking that I haven't got the part for, because that's what rejection does to you. And it's not only in my ambition, it's in the job market as well. I have applied for many jobs that I like, that I want to work for, but they just kept knocking me down. They kept closing the door. They just keep saying no, 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 No. Sorry, you're unsuccessful. Look, I understand that you have to take rejection. Walt Disney never took rejection well. And look how successful he became. I just want to be wanted. Is that too much to ask? I just want to be wanted. Now, on the positive side of the voice acting, I am on a story called
About Last Night.
by Agent Fluffy. I am on stories by Sparrow. And I'm on a story by Hyder Pony, Mark Hyder, called The Unknown Cutie Mark, which I played Derpy. So it seems the VA business is winning over the writing business. I mean, I want to continue my writing business, but it's just I can't piece the pieces together. I've been told my stories are too much of a cliche, and the imagination I had back in 2006 isn't working as much. It's just basically it's like tuning a radio station on a old-fashioned radio. Now that's the end of my T-log, the writing progress of Presty the Lamb, and my VA progress as well. Now this one will not have my current credits because this isn't the type of video for it. So thanks for watching. Goodbye.